If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. I gotta go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Your favorite words I would show.
Happy Wednesday to everyone in the sports universe. This is the AM Drive on September 6, 2023. For Aaron Crouch in Las Vegas, Nevada, I am Michael Carvelis in Savannah-ish, Georgia. Aaron, how's Nevada doing?
Nevada is doing well. You're never going to forget that, are you anymore?
I can't. Nevada was in my head for years, and now it's like Nevada.
So you learned something.
I feel like I'm from Michigan. I'm holding my nose every time I talk.
You just say Nevada.
It was good. Okay. Head to MikeandAaronDrive.com for the best in our merchandise. But psych, we're not plugging merchandise right now. We're plugging all of our sponsors because Aaron's got the Shank It Golf shirt on. It is here. It is tight. It is awesome. How are you, sir?
It is tight in more ways than one. Yeah. It looks good,
man.
though, I think. The back, I don't know if you can see the back. It's got like a cool design on it, but.
Hey, Aaron's back. Woohoo! First time ever.
Yeah, check out Shank It Golf. Head over to MikeandAaronDrive.com. Click the logo that looks like.
Oh, come on. You going to do that to me? Go
looks
ahead.
like this.
Woo.
And mention AM Drive in the promo code and get 15% off your order. So, yeah, you can get awesome shirts like this. You can get polos. They sent this one out for free, so that's my favorite kind of price.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Okay, I'm kidding. So Duke curb stomped Clemson 28-7. I say curb stomped because it is Clemson. Like any other school, they just got beat. Like they got beat pretty good. But does it seem weird to you that ever since, and I hate bringing this up, but the video resurfaced again when Dabo made those comments during the BLM stuff, and it seems like ever since then he's kind of lost his way. Albeit you can blame the transfer portal, you can blame Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. But what does this mean to you? Because Dabo was cream of the crop at one time in the college football world. And now you got North Carolina and even Duke, I guess, creeping up there now. How are you feeling about Clemson at this point, man?
Yeah, this is a tough spot. I mean, he's still pulling, top class, talent. Not to take anything away from Duke here, but I mean, Cade Klubnik is a good quarterback. They have a bunch of pros on the defense, especially on the defensive line. I mean, that's kind of been their bread and butter to the NFL pipeline for maybe half a decade now. I believe in karma, but I don't know if this is necessarily a result of karma. There may be some players who didn't take too kindly to his statements. Right. I know he's had some statements about the NIL as well, but he's not the only one in that realm that's talked about the NIL in a negative light. I don't know. I mean, what Dabo did, in that 5-year run with Deshaun and Trevor Lawrence is nothing short of amazing. I mean, he got, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I know he got 2, but he might have gotten at least 3 national titles out of that run. But, maybe this is just one of those cyclical programs. I mean, a lot of people forget Alabama wasn't always good. Miami used to be great.
They keep telling me that, but I can't tell.
If you go watch Miami from like 87 to 2003, it'd knock your socks off. They were how intense. I mean, and it's coming from a Florida State fan. It would knock your socks off how insanely good they were for most of those years. Maybe the best college football team of all time, the 01 Hurricanes. But, sometimes, college football is just cyclical. You can't stay on top forever. We wonder about if and when Nick Saban retires or collapses on the field. Whoa. But I'm not ready quite yet to say that Clemson is down, but this was not a good game. this is not a good game for them. And Duke, it was their Super Bowl. I mean, they came out. They made a lot of mistakes, too. I don't know how much of this game you watched. I had the under in this game, which was great because we opened up with a missed field goal and a blocked field goal. So usually those are pretty good recipes for an under game. But I'm not ready quite yet to say Clemson is down.
Hashtag Dabo down, but not yet. I respect that. I respect it. We knew Eli Apple was kind of a scumbag, but what the heck? This is not a good look. There are some allegations that have surfaced, and I'm not even going to talk about some of them, but just it involves him talking about abortion in a very ugly light about his own kid, about his prematurely born kid, I think. But it's ugly if you look it up. So, Aaron, what is your thoughts on Eli Apple? Because I know you brought this to my attention first.
So the initial reports, so to speak, are coming from what I would deem as an unreliable website.
No.
But, I tend to believe there's a shred of truth in them just because Eli Apple is very disliked amongst NFL players. He's very disliked amongst fans. Does that translate to his personal life? I don't know, but it does seem like where there's smoke, there's fire here in this spot. Basically, long story short, Eli Apple with one girl had the premature child. The child needed a blood transfusion in which Eli was a match for, and because Eli allegedly told the woman he wanted the child, she thought he'd give the blood transfusion, and in turn he refused to do such thing. I don't want to get down these details, but if you're asking a woman to have a baby, I don't know if you had PN clarity, but or awakening or an epiphany, but basically, according to text messages, basically said just allow the kid to die. So again, take this all with a grain of salt right now. But what comes out of this is one of Eli Apple's baby mamas is now basically putting bounties on any player that hurts Eli Apple, offering to pay their fines if they hurt him. So I'm curious to see how the situation unravels, but just taking it all kind of in before I decide if it's 100% factual or not. I think there's something there. I just don't know if it's everything right now.
We call it Applegate.
I like that.
I mean, I was going to go baby gate, but that's kind of mean. I'll go with Applegate. I kind of like the bounty thing, the bounty gate with the Saints. So I think Applegate.
Everything's a gate now, yeah. Spygate, Watergate.
You guys started that. Come on, Watergate started. I get it. It's an ugly story, but and again, Zion Williamson had his mama drama, and that's all weird too. But thankfully, he didn't have a kid with that one. Because that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that one seems like it's kind of reached its point. It's kind of on the way down now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think these are nothing burgers. I mean,
no, it's not, but Zion Williamson might be a nothing burger.
Yeah, it sounds like Zion Williamson is just a 20-something-year-old kid who likes to, screw around.
Mess around. That's right. All right.
Problem is, it sounds like he falls in love way too fast with too many people.
Same, bro. I feel your pain.
You and Zion right here.
Woohoo! We're like peas in a pod, baby. Oh, God. MikeandAaronDrive.com. Head to our website because we're awesome. And this show, I would say stinks, but again, Pat McAfee stole that. I can't do it. The show sucks. That just sounds bad. We'll be back. We're talking college football next. Bear with us.
All right, welcome back here into the AM Drive, the new Wednesday edition. Wednesdays are back. Of course, it's football season. There's so much to talk about. We can't fit it all into two shows. So we come to you 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:15 a.m. on the Pacific, on the Best Coast, and, of course, 10:15 on the Savannah-ish coast.
Right.
We are presented by Agridine. You see them right up here in the corner. They got the best, the high-quality beefs. You got to go over to mikeandaarondrive.com, click the logo again that looks like this, or head over to agridineshop.com. And when you complete your order, use the promo code AMDrive for 10% off your order. That lets them know that the boys at AM Drive sent you. And, of course, for that, it is definitely not a nothing burger, and we thank you.
That's right. We have the meats. I can't say that either. I'm striking out.
Is that trademarked?
It has to be. There's no way Arby's has got the guy saying that every commercial and it's not trademarked. Hey, he did the Super Bowl introduction one year. That was cool.
Isn't that the guy that isn't the guy who does the Arby's commercials? Isn't he the guy on Bob's Burgers?
I've never watched that show.
Oh, you're missing out. It's a good show.
I've heard. So is Rick and Morty. I've never watched that either. Things you never knew about Mike.
That I've never watched.
Wow. All right. Nebraska against number 22, Colorado. Again, we're doing our college football picks and kind of our best bets, leans maybe. We know these lines can change, but we're doing that on Wednesdays. Dion is favored by 3 points here, and the total is set at 59.5. We know Nebraska just played Ohio State, and it was 23-3. You could blame Ohio State's offense. You could also blame – wait, what?
No, they played Minnesota last week.
Who won?
Nebraska lost by 3.
Nebraska lost to Minnesota. That tells you all you need to know about this game. Regardless, what was the score in that Minnesota-Nebraska game?
13-10, I believe.
Ooh, but Minnesota's not very good, though. Right?
Correct. Correct. I would go with that, yes.
This guy's called said Nebraska had a good defense. But anyways, Colorado, are they going to have their way this weekend, Aaron? Because this one did make my AM Drive 5, although I may have to reconsider now. But I'm going to let you go first.
This one might make my AM Drive 5 as well, but I'm going to talk about it. I might still give you my lean here in this spot. For me, I think this is a complete and utter market overreaction. Friday evening, Saturday morning, the look-ahead line on this one was Nebraska -8. So after Nebraska's debacle, if you will, I mean, the missed field goal, the interception at an untimely spot, I'm not gonna pour on Matt Rule in Nebraska. They played a good game. They got unlucky at the end. They lost to a team that actually was favored. I mean, Nebraska was the dog last week. So when you're telling me that Nebraska, a dog last week, loses a tough game in a tight spot with a great defensive effort, and then of course the world is set on fire by Neon Dion, Coach Prime, and
that's right,
the Colorado Buffaloes, and the line moves 11 points. I don't like it. Vegas is begging you to back Coach Prime here. My leans right here. Again, this might be an AM Drive 5 for me. My leans here are Nebraska and the under in this spot.
My lean is the under 59.5, and I might have to jump on that because it might go down the more people get their heads on straight here.
Yeah, I think a lot of the overreaction bets are not going to come in on the total. They're going to come in on that Colorado. I mean, like I said, look how the line was literally artificially moved, probably 8 points in this game. I think after Colorado won, I think it opened up like -1.5 or 2, and it's already been bet up to 3. You can see it. Now, am I saying that Colorado's going to win? Not going to win this game? No, I think they might actually. I mean, they have obviously a great chance. But I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump on the pump the brakes train here with Coach Prime, and I'm gonna take Matt Rule in this spot. I'm not saying that Matt Rule's a better coach. I just feel like in a big game, tough spot, this isn't TCU. And I know it sounds crazy. Oh, TCU is number 17. I'm gonna back Matt Rule in this spot here. I think he had a good summer. Adrian Martinez is finally gone. Thank God. That guy was at Nebraska for 17 years, it feels like.
Right.
But yeah, I'm going to back Nebraska plus the 3, and my lean is toward the under 59.5. Yeah, I think you're good. If you want to get that You got to get that early because I do think the smart money is going to come in on the under in this spot.
Good. So I don't know. I have like 3 NFL picks as well, but this is tough. I don't know. Should I jump on it now? Just tell me, should I jump now for under 59.5? I know you're not going to.
I mean, I definitely might. I mean, you're talking about between Wednesday and you're talking about making your AM drive pick. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like because I don't want to lose this number.
If you want to lock it in now, we'll give it to you. You're on record if you lock it in.
I feel like
now.
I could go lower than this though. Like that's why I don't know if I should be concerned.
It could drop a full 2 points by the time Friday rolls around.
That's a fair point. Prime day, good.
You gonna lock it in?
Nah, I'll wait. I'm still. I think I'm not even. I don't think we're gonna touch 52 or whatever. I think we're gonna be okay.
No, it's not gonna touch 52, but it might. By the end of the week, it might touch
for
like
me,
55.
I think the actual game is not going to touch 52. I think we're going to be okay.
Understood. Gotcha.
But also, like, one thing I'll also say is, like, people are hyping that guy Travis Hunter up, who's the two-way star. He had a pick last week, folks, and 3 tackles, okay? We're not doing the Shohei Ohtani thing to Travis Hunter. Please don't do that. He had 11 catches with as many touchdowns as me and Aaron did, and his quarterback threw 4 of them. So it's not like there wasn't stuff to be had. And he had 1 interception, okay? Pump the brakes on the Heisman stuff. The quarterback would get it way before he would. Just let people know.
If he does that every week and throws, 10 touchdowns along with it, he's winning the Heisman.
Over Caleb?
A two-way player? I mean...
Well, no, Travis is just catching 11 passes, but he had no touchdowns, and he had like 3 tackles and a random pick.
If he has those kind of stats every week, I mean, not a pick every week, but if he catches 8-9 balls, 100 yards, throws, like I said, throws 10 touchdowns in there as well, and plays the snaps that he does on defense, I mean, how do you not give it to him?
I can't do the Ohtani treatment with this guy. This is not.
Why?
Because he had 3 tackles. Like, what are we doing here? This isn't like this guy, like, racking up 5, 8, 10 tackles a week and the 10 catches. He's getting 3 tackles, and he threw in a pick to make it special. He
broke up 3 passes. He picked off a ball. I mean, cornerbacks aren't really designed to make tackles. But you don't grade a corner.
If he was a safety, I would be way more intrigued by this because safeties have to impact the game more.
They do, and they make tackles. Cornerbacks don't make tackles.
Then cornerbacks are going to have to not get a Heisman. I'm not going to show him Ohtani treatment with this guy. We're not doing that.
I think Charles Woodson would like a word with you.
Charles Wilson's a better player.
Oh yeah, no doubt. There's no doubt.
Well, but I have an all time just like put up pure talent. I think Charles Wilson's better than this guy.
We'll find out. It's only week 1. Well, it's week 2 now, but
we'll talk about it. Number 11, Texas. Number 3, Alabama. God, something about these week 1 and week 2 rankings. Week 1 is based off of last season. Week 2 is based off an overreaction from week 1. So take these with a grain of salt, but it is a top 25 matchup, almost a top 10 matchup, but Texas, they don't like them too much. Quinn Ewers against, I don't even know who Alabama's plays at quarterback or any position at this point. I haven't paid attention. But we're 7 points for Alabama. That's a lot considering this game was really good last year with a Hudson Card guy who was limping around the second half. And that was with Bryce Young. But that was also in Texas. How are we feeling?
Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, it makes me want to go with the classic patented Alabama first half in this spot. But I don't think so. I had to sweat that last week. I mean, 4 minutes left in the second half. It was 14-0 against Middle Tennessee State. And then they got 2 turnovers literally in the other team's red zone, and boom, boom, 28-0 at halftime, just like I called. But it wasn't as easy as it looked for sure. This one's tough for me. I mean, obviously you have so many things working against Texas. Nick Saban, how he destroys his assistants. He's 28-2 all time. And I think he's 29-1 or 27-3 against the spread. So there's that. On the Texas side, if Quinn Ewers stays healthy, I like Texas's chances. If Quinn Ewers doesn't stay healthy, maybe Malik. What's his name? Malik something. Malik Monroe.
He's actually, yeah, something Milroe, I think.
Yeah, or no, Milroe is the Jaden Milroe is the or Jalen Milroe is the Alabama quarterback, but you know who I'm talking about, Malik, whatever his name is.
Oh, the backup that's ahead of Arch. Okay, you found out his name. Good.
Yeah, it's Malik something, but
good.
I'm
proud of you.
Do I trust that he can keep it around? Yeah. Do I think he's better than Hudson Card? Yeah, probably. Hudson Card popped up somewhere else. I saw him.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was weird.
I think he's in Purdue or something. But this is a tough one. I mean, it almost feels ripe for a teaser. You know, you throw it right in that Bama, Bama -7, take it down to a win. Do I think Alabama's going to win? Yeah, I think they're the better team. But Quinn Ewers, man, that guy looks like he has a chance to be something special. Maybe a dark horse Heisman, and I could say that apparently.
Right, yes, you can. It's not a white horse.
A dark horse Heisman candidate. I just don't know about going into Bryant-Denny. This one's tough. This one's going to take me a few days. I probably won't even bet it. I just enjoy it.
Right.
But if you told me right now I had to make a pick, I'd probably take the points with Texas.
I'm going Texas. I almost want to do money line here because of the fact Alabama's defense in the last year or so has not been the greatest. And that's like kind of the calling card at home. Like, Brian, well, they weren't good last year.
They were great last year.
Their defense was not good last year. Stop that.
They were bad in 2 games.
People have been blaming them, saying that that their defense has fallen off. Because Saban doesn't mean the defense is still great. It's not.
They were bad. They were bad in 2 games, but overall they were a good.
Okay, well that's a problem. I think Texas. I think Sark has the guy's number. And we're seeing. Oh my God, they almost beat them last year with a backup quarterback.
What's the key word? What's the key word?
We're not doing that. Stop that.
Almost.
Oh my gosh. I think Texas walks into Bryant-Denny and wins this game.
I mean, if you want to give me straight up, I'll take Alabama. Even money.
We're doing a polo for the Raiders, man. No,
you always walk it back.
I'll steal your shaky golf shirts.
If Texas walks in there and wins the game, I will send this to you.
Or send me a shaky golf. Don't take your shirt away, man.
You don't strike me as a polo guy.
Oh, be nice. That's a fair point. I'm huge. Do they ever have a 5X in there?
I don't know, to be honest with you. You need 5X.
Well, yeah, but I'm getting.
This is a 3.
Again. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. You can have it. Hypothetically speaking, I'll take Texas.
Yeah, always walking it back.
Maybe you can buy me an AM Drive mug. I need a black one.
I'm rocking the double fist today.
Double fist. Oh!
I got coffee in this one and water in this one.
You stole the wife's. Don't do that.
I just told you she wanted one. I just wanted a second one.
Wow. Okay. It's hot and cold. Good. All right. Appalachian State against Drake May in a big one. Because remember what happened in this game last year? It was nice.
Yeah. That was crazy.
And that was when Drake May was a freshman. Well, now it's time for Drake May to put 18-point favorites. Wow. I can't remember. I think last year that game was in Appalachian State, maybe?
It was, yes.
Okay.
64-61, I think, is the final score.
Do we trust North Carolina's defense at this point? Because I don't. I'm going to go over 58, but I mean, I don't know if North Carolina can get these guys by 3 touchdowns. Appalachian State seem like they've been a good coach team the last few years.
Where'd you find 18? Curiosity.
ESPN just had it on its app.
Okay. Well, I want to know where their low line is because I would love to jump on that. The best I've seen is 15.5, which I like App State in this game.
Wow.
It's a situation here that Drake May is going to get his. I have no problem with that. I just don't know if there's going to be any defense again in this game. I like the over in this spot. So for me,
Caesars
has 18. Good to know. I might go bet that. This one may make my AM Drive 5 as well. It wasn't gonna. If I can find 18 at Caesars, it's gonna make my AM Drive 5. I like App State in this spot.
It says 18 on ESPN. They said odds provided by Caesar Sportsbook. So there you go.
I do like North Carolina to win. I think they'll win this game by 2 touchdowns, but I'll take 18 all day.
Aguilar last week went 11-13, 174 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not bad if you want to have a shootout again.
Yeah, and they actually struggled out of the gate a little bit, which makes me think this line got a little inflated. They played Gardner-Webb last week.
Webb, baby.
Where is that? You've got to know where that. Do you know where that is?
Do you know where it is?
I don't. That's why I asked you.
Well, I'll Google it while you're talking.
Yeah, I think Drake May is going to have a field day with this team, but I think App State's got enough tools to keep it close. I don't know what I'm supposed to expect from North Carolina's defense, but give me North Carolina 42-30 in that range.
Oh, you still think it's 12 points?
I think it's 12 to 14 points.
Spangler Stadium, God knows where that is. It's in North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
In the Big South. Oh. It's very intimidating, that conference.
Oh, wait a second.
What?
Who threw for 4 touchdowns last week?
Aguilar? Did you from App State?
Yeah, he's the backup. I just realized the starter broke his hand in the opener.
That's okay. This guy threw 4 touchdowns and went 11-13. We're fine.
Yeah.
Is that what you think? You think that's why it's all the way up to 18?
It's starting to feel that way. I might take App State, but this one I don't feel as confident with the backup quarterback.
Well, they're making lose by 14 or 17. That's okay.
That'll teach me to not read everything I can possibly get.
Come on, man.
You didn't me.
I don't even know. Right, that's fair. I said Nebraska played Ohio State.
You thought Nebraska played Ohio State last week.
This show sucks.
I am surprised that Colorado goes out of the gate with TCU and Nebraska, a Big 12 team and a Big 10 team right out of the gate. That's Coach Prime's got some stones if he scheduled that. If they were already on the schedule, man, well, whatever. But
I was wondering. Good point. A good point made.
Do you think we get another shootout? I thought of like 42-30, which to me is a high-scoring game, not necessarily.
I'm going over 58.
I think with the running clock rules, I don't think we're going to get another 125-point game like we did.
Well, that's a good point, but can we get 58? Sure.
I think we can get 58. I think we can get into the 60s or 70s.
I think that's a better bet than the covering, or whichever way you want to go on that.
You tease it down to 51 and maybe App State plus 25 or something like that.
Oh, that's good money. Good job, sir. He's the specialist. All right. When we go to Agritime, code AM Drive for 10% off, and don't name the cow. Just remember that. Don't fall in love with your buddy. When we come back, it's back. Football's back. Actual professional football with contracts and real money. We're back to the AM Drive. We're talking about Lions and Chiefs next.
All right, last segment of the show here on our initial Wednesday show of the football season, presented by Fanatics. You see it right up there in the corner, MikeandAaronDrive.com. Click the F, head over to Fanatics. I mean, football season's underway. College football's rocking and rolling. I mean, what more can you ask for except for to support your favorite team and help out the boys here at the AM Drive? Click the F on MikeandAaronDrive.com. Shop to your heart's content. Add to cart times a million. Check out. Don't forget to check out. But don't forget to use that link on MikeandAaronDrive.com because it helps us out. # tremendously.
Woo! Good job, sir. Hey, Al Michaels on Thursday Night Football brings you to Kansas City. Is it Missouri or Kansas?
They're in Missouri.
Oh, and I just say Missouri on purpose, by the way.
I'm aware.
Okay, so the preseason Super Bowl champions, well, at least the NFC champions, the Lions. I mean, obviously the Jets are the AFC preseason champions, in my opinion. The Lions are to make good on their preseason hype Super Bowl. I mean, Casey's favored by 5, and the news last night was that Travis Kelce's knee is stable. It was not torn. Well, that's good news. He'll still miss probably 4 weeks. I'm guessing. The total is at 53. I think Mahomes can get points wherever way you look at it. But Jared Goofball struggles on the road last year outside of his wonderful dome in Detroit. This one's tough. This one is tough. Aaron, what is your thoughts on this game for the Lions and the Chiefs? Any leans?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one for me because first, this line has moved now with the news of Chris Jones, with the news of Travis Kelce. This line was 7 2 days ago.
Wow.
And we're down to 5. I don't love anything about Detroit. We've been talking about this all summer. You know that. I think it's overrated. It's overhyped. But are they a quality opponent for Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs? I think so. I mean, every year, this Thursday night Super Bowl special is like a hangover for the champs. I mean, look what happened to the Rams last year. They got their doors blown in by the Bills. I mean, it led to a pretty poor season. But my point is that, you know, a lot of times these Chiefs just aren't focused on what the task is. They're focused on celebrating last year. The Chiefs aren't that team. Right. I mean, we look at the years they've won the title here. We have this year, obviously. Last year they put up 44 in the season opener. And every year since 2016, which I think, or 17 was Pat Mahomes' year, whichever one is his first year, they've put up at least 33 points in their first game of the year. For me, this one's going to be the classic. I don't know who to compare him to, but this is the classic, like, is Mahomes him, or is he just a product of the greatness around him? Because Travis Kelce's been there every year and been the safety blanket and the Gronk, if you will, for Tom Brady. Nobody's there. I mean, look, no disrespect to Tony, Sky Moore. Yeah,
Noah
I don't know anybody else. Who?
Noah Gray.
Exactly.
Backup tight end, Rashid Rice. Yeah.
Yeah, no disrespect to these guys, but they have proven exactly nothing. Can Pat Mahomes make these guys into names? We'll find out. I liked the Lions at 7. I don't love them at 5. Or at 5. I hate everything about this game from a betting standpoint, so I'm going to be a fan tomorrow night. And weirdly enough, I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
I'm so proud of you.
I've never rooted against them, but I mean, if they're playing a Super Bowl against Tom Brady, where do you think I'm going?
And Tampa too, yeah.
Yeah. So
listen,
my head says the Lions should cover this, but my heart just says I'm not betting against Mahomes.
Attaboy. Here's your bone for the day, sir. Okay, so listen, I'm kind of hellish on Noah Gray, and
what does that mean?
I like him. I think he's not bad.
So you're bullish.
Or still.
Well, hellish. I don't know what that means. That could be good or bad.
It's kind of good in the moment. I'm bullish. Ooh.
There you go. I like that.
He's not a bad backup tight end. I'm not doing it because he learns behind Travis Kelce. I'm not playing that card. I just think that the little bit I've seen him, seems like he's got pretty reliable hands. Now Kelce does a lot more than just catch. He runs routes. But I think people made a good point, and I know there's a bigger picture for another day. Andy Reid was almost one of the worst big game coaches ever until Mahomes came around. And so all of a sudden, it's like Reed is automatically a Hall of Fame coach, although he might have been that before. But now it's like him and Mahomes are like Brady and Belichick. Like they go together. They benefit each other's careers tremendously. And I think that the Chiefs are going to show us once again they're still going to be okay. I don't know how the first 5 weeks of the season goes for them because we know they kind of like to stumble sometimes out of the gates. But opening week, they usually like to get that one out the way pretty easily. So I think the Chiefs can cover. I think they can win by 10, 14 points here. I'm not a Kittens believer.
I'm not either, but I do believe that they're going to get everything in the kitchen sink from the Lions in this game. And like I said, the Chiefs aren't playing for September. Like they don't have aspirations of winning September. If they're 2-2 or 1-3 out of the gate, like they're not going to panic. The sky won't fall. The media might think it, but for me, I think Chris Jones is going to matter on that defense. I think Travis Kelce matters on the offense, and we'll see if Eric Bieniemy was mattered or not. I mean, everything's going back to Andy Reid. Anyways, all the play calling. I think Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, even at this stage. Thank you. What are you thanking? Like you act like you made a hot take. Like
you've done a great job today. I can't lie.
To be honest with you, old Vegas Square Tony Johnson, after like year 2, said he was one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I mean,
I love Tony Johnson. I still say that to this day.
He's probably the first guy I thought that came out there and said that Patrick Mahomes will be like the GOAT.
I said it in preseason. I swear to you, I have tape on it.
Preseason of year 2
of his second year. Yes, I said that.
All right. Well, either way, he's the first one I heard. Not important. This is a true test for Patrick Mahomes. If Kelsey's out 3-4 weeks, and that defense, everything is built around Chris Jones. I think it matters more than a lot of people think. I know he's a nose tackle. I don't get it, but a nose tackle with 15.5 sacks last year. That just doesn't happen anymore.
George Karlaftis on the defensive line isn't bad though.
I mean, this guy is Aaron Donald if Aaron Donald didn't exist. Like, nobody talks about him, and nobody wants to pay him Aaron Donald type money. But he is almost the same. Literal, like, everybody else gets all the credit in KC, but don't sleep on Chris Jones. I'm just going to be a fan in this one. I'll probably have a little bet some way or the other just because I like watching football with action on it.
Right.
But I really struggle to find a way. I mean, I liked the Lions at 7. I feel like that 6. I feel like that 6 just hurts me too much. So,
agreed. This has been a great show. This has been wonderful. It's been like enlightening moments for us.
All right, that's gonna do it for us here
right.
on the AM Drive. Don't forget, we're back Friday with NFL preview, AM Drive 5. You guys don't want to miss it. AM Drive 5 returns.
Woo!
Do you know how we did last year? Do you have the stats?
I can bring it up Friday, but I do have the stats, yes.
Good, yeah. Bring it to Friday's show. Bring the stats. Guys, we appreciate you. We love you. And make sure that you tune in on Friday. Yeah, hearts in the chat. In between time, MikeandAaronDrive.com. Shop, sponsors, socials, and subscribe to the YouTube while you're there. For Michael Carvelis, I'm Aaron Crouch saying enjoy your Wednesday and the rest of your sports week till we see you next time. We are out.
Drive safe.